Okay, now let's tie this all together. You ready for the fun part? Let's go. We're inside of Zapier.com. Make sure you go log into Zapier. You click the Make a Zap up at the top, right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect our Facebook ad, which is triggering the lead, to CRM to generate our automated follow-up to trigger our sequence with our auto text, and also to send our postcard in the mail through thanks.io. And here we go. Okay, so I click Create a Zap. I'm going to name it whatever I want. I'll call it the Growth Funnel Real Estate. I'm going to choose my app, and I'm going to type Facebook Lead Ads. See how it says Facebook Lead Ads right here? Trigger when it does a new ad. And you'll see we as a team have linked a bunch of ad accounts to this, and you're probably going to have to authorize your Facebook account. It's like a one-click thing. You see where it says Connect Account? It'll be very easy to do. Just do that to begin. I'm going to go ahead and click the account that I already have here and continue. Next, I'm going to pick the Facebook page that I want to tie this all to, that my ad was run off of. So I used the Propertunity Knox page. And then I'm going to pick the form that I just created, and it was my growth demo form. You're going to pick whatever is relevant for you. Click Continue. And you can actually connect and continue. It'll connect, and it'll create like a fake lead. It'll say like test form and things. You see what it's doing right here, looking for lead. It might take a second. And if you do this right away, you're probably not going to have any leads yet, and it'll just have all this dummy data, which is totally fine and cool. Click Continue. Next, we're going to connect our two apps. We're going to connect our CRO CRM and our thanks.io. So let's start with CRO CRM. And what you'll need to do there is log in. You'll open a new tab. You'll log into CRO CRM. Click on Plugins. And you're going to click right here, which has got your invite link. I'm going to click that. I'm in a new tab. Remember, leave my Zapier open in another window. I'll go ahead and click to create this link, this app, and it's all connected up right here. It's gone ahead and authorized it for me behind the scenes, and I am done. Now I can actually close this new tab that opened up, and when I come in, it should now be available. Now I apologize if for some reason you might need to refresh this page or start all over with the Facebook part in order to get this to stick. It might have been something I didn't consider. I'm not 100% sure that it'll show up there like that without a refresh, but you kind of get the point. You're going to authorize CRO CRM. It's now in there for you to use. Save and continue. Okay, and now, sorry, when I click connect, it's asking for the API key from the main page here. Sorry if this is confusing. I'd be happy to help you walk through this. I realize I just botched the explanation a little bit, but it's a little tough because I've already authorized this in the past, and you only do it once, so it's easy to forget. So I've clicked my connect account. It's asking me for my API key here in this other window. I go and grab it from CRO CRM from the plugins page. I click yes and continue. And now what I'll do is I'll make sure I name this the appropriate account. If you have multiple accounts, you probably don't need to worry about that. And now I can create my template for how the data merges. So again, I apologize for the last 30 seconds. Essentially what you need to do is authorize the API key for CRO CRM in Zapier at this step, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out if you kind of struggle through what I just explained. All right, now let's start to map our fields in. So I'm going to go over to the right side here. See, it says first name, and I'm going to pick where it says new lead under Facebook. I'm going to map in the first name. I'm going to go ahead and map in the last name. The email. This is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to match them all up. I want the mobile phone field in CRO CRM to be the phone number. The address one is going to be the street address. So street address. I don't need the second part. City. State. Postal code. And then I can tag this whatever I want. I can do hurry. Whatever you want to do, you can call it foreclosure lead, fixer lead, whatever you want to do, so that it's tagged inside of CRO CRM. My source, I can do Facebook ad. And then this is important right here. See where it says drip campaign? I want it to go on the drip campaign I created so that the auto text is triggered. Next, I'll go ahead and click continue down at the bottom right. You may not see this. There it is in your screen. I had to pull it up. And again, it's going to put the demo info. I'll click create and continue. It may give me an error if it's using the demo info. It looked like it was okay with it in this case. My Zap is on. And now I want to continue and add another action for thanks.io. So we're going to go to thanks.io. And we're going to go through the same process of authorizing thanks.io. This can be a little wonky, but just kind of understand the flow of Zapier. Every time you add a new app, you got to authorize it one time. The way you authorize that is, as I mentioned here, you go to the you log into thanks.io, you go to API and integrations. And if you click on the connect, it'll walk you through the same wizard that you did with CRM. Okay, so figure that out, get it linked up, right? And I know that since I've already done this in the past, that I'll be able to actually pick it right here. And I want to send postcard. Once you've got it set up like this, I'll choose the account that I want to use. Again, you can see how you can connect an account. You'll enter your API. You'll do all the same. This may auto-authorize without an API key, just so you know. It might happen automatically. And then we're going to map everything the same way, except this time we're going to create the card on the fly. We're going to skip the template ID, and in the body, we're going to do hi. Hi, first name. Thanks for checking out our property deals list the other day. Feel free to call me anytime on my cell at 727. Right, put your cell number. Brian, company name, whatever you want. Brian Hartman. Just do propertunityknox.com. That's where they got the info. And this will send, what this will do is it'll send them a handwritten card. It's really cool stuff. They did something online. They might have forgotten I existed. They might be ignoring my emails. And then I've taken the time to send them a card a few days later. I'm really building their relationship. And of course, they can then open up. They get this card in their hand. They can save it. Call me later. You can go a little further here and say, thanks for checking out the property list the other day. Feel free to call me anytime. You can also say, can you please just text me and let me know you got this card if you really want them to. Right? Something like that. Next, we just need to fill in the information for where we want the card to go. So we'll just merge in. It's pretty straightforward. Their street address, right? We click on the right side. We get the fields from Facebook. Their city. Their state. And their zip code. And I forgot one thing. I skipped over the recipient name because it has to be on the address. So I need to do first name and last name so that it can be addressed to somebody. There we go. Now I can click continue. And I may get an error here. If I create and continue, I'm going to get an error because the address isn't going to be formed right from my test lead. But if you've done everything I just said, you're fine to go. And you just say, you can just skip this step right here. Continue. Turn on your Zap. And everything is good to go. For added measure, if you'd like to, you can create one more action to send yourself an email on every lead. I like to do this just so I know. So I type email by Zapier very quickly. Just send myself a quick email, new lead, right? Growth demo, just whatever you want to do so you know. And you can fill in their info here and create yourself a notification through Zapier. And that's it. We have tied everything together now. We have a complete funnel where if somebody clicks on a Facebook ad to get a list, we have homeowners clicking a Facebook ad to get a list of properties, right? fixer-uppers. They may want to invest now. They may not want to invest now in real estate. They might have a home to sell right now. They might not. They might be thinking of moving up or moving down. Doesn't matter. Point is that we have crafted this whole funnel so that as they come in, we're just sending them an auto text. We're sending them a card in the mail. We're building a relationship with known homeowners in our area. We have a chance to work with them on the buyer side. We have a chance to get their listing whenever they eventually decide to sell their current home. And now that you've done this last step with Zapier, it's all completely on autopilot. All you really need to do moving forward is handle the inbound inquiries, follow up with people, and maybe tweak your ad budget up and down depending on how many leads you want to be getting and working from day to day. You can really build a business around just this one funnel. You could build a whole real estate practice if you committed and you said, hey, I'm going to invest a few $1,000s to put a few hundred people through this funnel, knowing that you'll end up talking to maybe 20, 30, 50 people about real estate, knowing that a handful of those will be ready to buy or sell right now, and then an even bigger number as you build the relationship over time will want to work with you in some capacity. So thanks for following through on all this. If you need us to execute this funnel for you, ppcdirector.com, just fill out the quote request form and we'll be happy to help.